So let me be super clear on what you can expect from spending 5 weeks with me, unlocking those codes of communication so that you can express your authentic self. You will learn what to do about the emotional charge that gets in the way of you actually speaking your truth, so that when you know that you have to say something, you actually have the capacity to do so. You will be able to discern when not to say something. If you may often react or get angry, you'll have tools and strategies so that you don't actually need to react like that anymore. You'll be able to come back into an empowered state so that you can respond with clarity, and you'll probably feel intuitively guided by the time you put these into practice. You will also have a very clear and transparent opportunity to look at what motivates and drives you, because often there are drivers that we can't even see. So I give you tools and I give you a space so that we can really start to see what's going on underneath what we think is going on. And that is so empowering. Number 4, we actually practice. Like, how do I show up and how do I speak what I need to say? I give you words that maybe you might not have used before. I give you the opportunity to think about the delivery. So we talk about the setup, we talk about the practice, we talk about the sentences, the phrasing, and we also talk about how can I create a state of cohesion before I start speaking. That way I can be heard. That way I can feel really, really connected. Not only that, I'm building connection with the person I'm trying to talk to. So they're going to be a lot more open to me. And lastly, by the end of all this, you might feel like, that was a really big 5 weeks. But you'll also be blown away by how much you can now be your natural self in your own life. That takes so much less energy. It is so much easier. The awareness that this work builds is absolutely priceless. But it's so practical that after the 5 weeks, you walk out with an awareness of where maybe once before you would put yourself in a position to be hurt. A lot of my work is preventative. When my awareness is heightened to such a level, I can actually see how I can prevent situations from occurring so I don't end up having to think about boundaries, right? I just don't end up in those situations. I don't end up in spaces that activate me emotionally. And if I do, I know exactly what to do in those moments. I know what words to use. And that means that I can trust myself. So if you can use these 5 weeks to start to really trust yourself, to know who you are, to understand how to access that authentic voice, because that has a resonance, that has a power that influences everything in your life, then I think you're going to be pretty well set up for 2024, don't you?